welcome to the Yellowjackets Season 1 and 2 recap. In 1996, a teenage female football league plane crashes. On its way to nationals, they go through extreme measures to stay alive. The all-girls Yellowjacket team wins their final match. As state champions, they qualify for nationals. In the team is Jackie, Thaisa, Van, Laura, Nat, Lottie, and Shauna. The next day, they prepare for their flight. They were lucky enough to get a private plane to fly them out. Together, they board, with their coaches Ben and Bill, who brought his two sons Travis and Harvey to help out. But tragically, they face high levels of turbulence, and due to pilot error, they crash land in the Ontario wilderness. In the immediate aftermath, they save Coach Ben from plane debris. His leg is gone. Misty, the assistant, acts fast, amputating the lower extremity and cauterizing the wound. From taking first aid survival courses, she helps patch up the survivors and ration the food. The first time ever feeling needed in her life, and fearing losing her newfound importance, when she finds the plane black box, Misty destroys it, shattering any chance of the rescuers to locate them. The God-fearing Christian Laura Lee leads them in prayer as they bury the deceased Rachel, Coach Martinez, flight attendant Janet, pilot Rob and Fred. During this time, Thaisa finds a lake, and they all get clean for the first time in a while. And as one of the only boys, they start to check out Travis. Spotting a reflection in the woods, they follow through and find a cabin with nothing but weapons. During this time, Shauna keeps a diary of everything happening at camp. Thaisa starts a sleepwalk and begins to develop pica because of their starvation and stress. Lottie's meds have run out for a while now, and she starts to get more visions. Confiding in Laura Lee, she helps by praying for her and baptizing her. But she loses this faith when Laura Lee finds a plane and decides to pilot it out of there and try to find help for them. The cockpit ignites and her plane explodes. They have assigned roles for camp. Travis and Natalie go out to hunt for game. Shauna with her hunting knife bleeds out animals and prepares the meat, whilst the rest of camp helps cook. In this time, Natalie and Travis begin to get intimate. The first time they try, Travis can't get it up. The girls start to get their menstrual cycles. Oddly, Shauna hasn't yet, and Thaisa catches her faking her period. She promises not to tell anyone that she is pregnant with Jackie's boyfriend, Jeff's baby. Assuming that they are going to die in a few weeks, they perform a seance with the weird symbol in the roof, and Lottie begins banging her head into the window until it bleeds. Her visions become more apparent. Thaisa tries to get help, but when they venture out, they are attacked by a pack of wolves. Van is almost torn to shreds, but they manage to get her back to camp and stitch her wounds up. With berries marinating, they decide to have a doom coming, because it is almost homecoming at school. Misty takes this as an opportunity to try and drug her crush Coach Ben into sleeping with her. As she goes to help Shauna zip up her dress, Murray adds her shrooms to the group stew. They attend the doom coming. Van and Thaisa come out about their relationship, and Jackie steals Travis from Nat. They sneak off to ensure Jackie loses her virginity before she dies. The group, now heavily intoxicated and starving, listen to Lottie's messiah chants of them finding food. As a pack, they hunt down Travis. Shauna warns Harvey to run, and they begin their weird orgy, throwing up Travis until Nat and Jackie stop them. Coach Ben admits that he is gay and stops Misty's advances. Afterwards, Lottie kills a bear, reconfirming to the group that she might be the listener to the wilderness. Nat, Shauna, Thaisa, Coach Ben are still non-believers. Reading Shauna's journal, Jackie knows the truth about her baby. In this argument, the group exiles Jackie because Shauna is more useful. As winter begins, this petty fight turns into regret when they realize Jackie had froze to death outside. We jump to decades after they were rescued. Shauna is now married to Jeff and has a daughter named Callie. She gets into a car crash and meets starving artist Adam Marden. Following Jeff to his supposed job, assuming he is having an affair, she begins one with Adam. Shauna is visited by a reporter, Jessica Roberts, offering to write a book on the incident in the woods. Turning her away, she spots a political advertisement from Thaisa. With the picture-perfect family, she lives with Simone and their child Sammy. She is running for state senator. Natalie just got out of NA. She gets back into town because the group just got mailed the symbol. A person is trying to blackmail them. She assumes it to be Misty at first, but as a board member of the Citizen Detective Group, they decide to solve the mystery, leading them to find Travis deceased. When they follow up, they give the blackmailer money, to no avail. Misty assumes the blackmailer to be the reporter. She drugs her and locks her in the basement. The reporter reveals that Thaisa hired her to look up everyone, to ensure that no one would ruin her political campaign. She ties up this loose end by drugging her with fentanyl to look like an overdose. Sneaking around with Adam Marden, Shauna is alerted when Callie says she can't find any information of him on the internet. She confronts him and finds a paper on the Yellowjackets, confirming to her that he is the blackmailer. She stabs and kills Adam Marden. Afterwards, riddled with guilt, Jeff admits that he was the blackmailer. They were going to lose the store if he didn't pay off Bianca, who was part of the loan sharks that he borrowed money from. And because Thaisa was running for state senator, he assumed they had lots of money. He knew about the symbol because he read her journals a while back. The other girls don't know that Jeff is the real blackmailer, so Shauna plants the bag and convinces them that she realized Adam was the blackmailer, so they help her get rid of the body. Shauna burns all of Adam's belongings and her journals. Taissa wins state senator, but it costs her marriage and Sammy. Natalie gives up believing that Travis did in fact commit suicide, and she decides to end it too, until a group of people with the symbol break in and kidnap her. Tired and battered, Natalie and Travis continue to search the surrounding area for Harvey with no luck. Weeks have passed, and struck by guilt, Shauna plays with Jackie's lifeless corpse every day. The group worry, but they rationalize it to this is how she is coping with Jackie's death. As each day passes, their rations get cut shorter and shorter. Once Taissa spots the makeup on Jackie's corpse, she forces Shauna to get rid of Jackie's body. They decide to cremate her, but as the snowstorm stops the burning, the team smell a delicious scent of crispy human flesh. Starving and malnutrition, they rush outside, hesitant but slowly ripping through Jackie's corpse to their heart's content. Scared, unable to watch them eat a friend, Coach closes the door. In this time of need, some of the group turns to Lottie. Natalie, a naysayer, proposes a game. Whoever comes back with game, they will believe in. They both end up with none, and they both agree to respect each other's beliefs. Meanwhile, Misty has been making friends with Crystal, a singer. When they begin sharing secrets, Misty tells her that she destroyed the black box and is the reason they are all stranded. Fearing what would happen if Crystal tells the others, and during a massive snowstorm, Crystal slips and falls to her death. During her odd sleepwalking, Taissa finds Harvey. Traumatized from the weird orgy, he doesn't speak. Coach knew that he had to have found shelter somewhere. He steals a drawing and finds a strange cave inside the trees, where Harvey hid. Shauna begins to give birth, and as a result of malnutrition, the baby is a stillborn. Lottie knows the guilt and rage she must feel from losing Jackie, and the baby is too much to hold on. She allows Shauna to unleash the rage on her. They know that without any food, Lottie won't survive her injuries, and they need Lottie to survive the wilderness. They use cards to play Russian roulette. Whomever draws the blind queen will be their sacrifice for food. Natalie draws the card and runs off. The hunt begins for Natalie. Harvey intercepts her to show her a spot where she can hide. As they run across the frozen lake, Harvey's weight causes him to fall through the frozen lake. Misty stops Natalie from saving Harvey, as he is now their sacrifice. Torn about his brother's death, Travis is forced to accept that it is a necessary sacrifice by biting through his beating heart. Coach gets back to camp to spot them ravaging through Harvey's body. Losing all faith in their team and that they have lost their humanity, Nat advises him to leave because he is different from them, and he does so. As Lottie gets better, she admits that she can't hear the wilderness anymore, but they should make Natalie leader, as the wilderness chose to save her. They all take turns thanking their new leader. Terrified, Coach watches from a window as he burns down the shack, leaving the team barren in the cold to survive. In the present, we follow Misty back at her job. She meets Walter, another member of the Citizen Detective Board. He helps her find where Natalie has gone. Because she has been kidnapped, they interview Randy, who was staying at the same motel at the time when Natalie went missing. He gives details about a group dressed in all purple that loved Fanta. Walter uses his connections to figure out the user of the credit card paying for the Fantas. It leads them to Camp Green Pine, or Lottie's wellness center. She tried to talk Travis out of doing the ceremony and tried to get close to death, but the machine malfunctioned and he died. During this time, news about Adam Martin's disappearance has been making its run. Suspecting Shauna had something to do with it, Callie acts out by dating an older man, who she figures out is a detective investigating Adam Martin and his partner Kevin Tan, who used to go to school with them. Shauna tells her the truth, that they had to get rid of his body and kill Adam Martin, and also that her father was the blackmailer. The police find Adam Martin's body. Around the same time, Taissa's sleepwalking or alter ego, Evil Ty, strands her outside town. Her marriage is already in ruins, and she makes a trip to go see Van, a music store owner who has months to live because of a cancer diagnosis. The group make calls to join together at Lottie's wellness center, where they try to get through their past trauma and bond on their survival, until Jeff and Callie are tracked all the way to camp. Walter makes contact and drugs Kevin. He frames the entire scene to look like Matt Sarkosa found out his partner Kevin Tan was implicit in the crime of murder, and by using Syracuse's gun, they get rid of the Adam Martin problem. In the woods, Lottie believes they brought something back with them, and they need to make a sacrifice to appease the wilderness, and they played the card game. Shauna is picked, but they are stopped by Callie, then Lisa with a gun. Misty goes to try and kill her, but this time, Natalie becomes the sacrifice. Misty kills Natalie on accident, and it looks like a fentanyl overdose. Lottie is readmitted to a psych ward. This is where the story ends. Make sure to subscribe, and for more, watch this.